You're welcome to Solace for the Hurting, the program for you, the program for me. We're here again sharing God's testimonies of God's faithfulness to man, sharing testimonies of God's faithfulness to man. We hope you have been blessed by our previous episodes. And we want to thank you for those of you that called us, those of you that wrote to us. We want to appreciate God on your behalf because you have been faithful, and thank you for keeping faith with this program, Solace for the Hurting. I know very soon you will be the next to share your testimony. So you have a testimony courtesy of this program, write us an email. Our email are there on the screen and our phone numbers are there. You can reach out to us. You can be the next person sitting beside me sharing testimonies. So today, as usual, we have a special guest. But before I let the cat out of the bag, because this one is a very long and lengthy one, you will want to hear it. So get ready, child of God, because God will marvel you with his wonders once again today. So we'll go for a short commercial break as usual. We'll be right back. So don't touch that dial. Welcome back to Solace for the Hurting. Today, I have a guest with me. So where are your family members? Where are your friends? Tell them that Solace for the Hurting is on air. And we are here today with another wondrous, whatever it is, story that God has done. So get ready, you're going to hear it. I have a big woman, a woman I love so much, with me in the studio. And she's here to share her testimony. So get ready, because God definitely has something to tell you. Her name is Mrs. Chinwe Kings. She's a songwriter, she sings, she's a musician and all whatnot, and then she's a mother. So you're going to hear her story today from the horse's mouth, and I can assure you that your own miracle is just around the corner. So I welcome you, Mrs. Chinwe Kings, to Solace for the Hurting.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for accepting our invite. Let the audience know, who is Mrs. Chinwe?
Chinwe Kings is my artistic name. I'm a mother, I'm a gospel music minister, and I love God so much. I'm a child of God, and God has been so faithful to me. God has done wonders in my life, and I thank God for today. I bless God for making today possible, and I know that you will be blessed.
God loves you, and I know God will show up for you. So she's going to tell us her story. So just be patient with me a little while, because you will be the one shouting at the end of the day, because this testimony is great. So Mrs. Chinwe, please tell us the story.
Okay. I got married in the year 2000, and 2001 I had my first child, and this somebody that really wanted to have many children, because I grew up to discover that I knew myself to discover that I am the only child of my mom, and but my dad had another wife, and I have half brothers and sisters. But I did not forget the story of my mother, who suffered so much trying to have children. And so I told myself, and I told my mom, I said, when I get married, I'm going to have many children. I will have 7 children. My mom will like, what are you talking about? You will have, so I said yes, and I will have twins. So, and my mom will be looking at me, and I will tell her, if you want to say amen, if you don't want to, whether you say amen or not, it is going to happen. And I kept saying it right from when I was still growing up, you know. And so when I got married, I had my first child in the year 2001, and then I got pregnant almost immediately when the baby was like 4 months, 3 to 4 months old. I conceived again, and then I had miscarriage after some months. And before you know it, I was now trying to get pregnant again. Thing was not coming, and I was like, what's going on? You know, something that you had always, you know, I don't know whether I feared about or something, I don't really know, but it started happening months, ran into years, and this continued happening until 16 years down the line.
Wow.
But during this, these 16 years, I did so many things as in to challenge God that this cannot be happening and this will not happen to me. I can never have only one child, just like my mother. And our people now, whenever like I travel to my place, someone, 2 people, 3 people that will see me like, have you had another child? And I'll like, no, they are coming. And I say, okay, like your mom now. You want to be like your mother. So but you don't know how painful that was, was to me. So, and I kept holding God by his word. I kept sowing. I didn't see, nothing mattered to me. My friends would like at times, he said, I don't have any other prayer point. I don't have any other prayer point. This is the only prayer point, and until God does it. If God is God and his word is true, reading Bible cover to cover, just to discover whether this thing is it. So, but 16 years down the line, I conceived. That was 2017. And when I conceived, I was like, oh, God has done it. I was so happy. I was so excited. I was so grateful to God. It has finally happened. But I discovered I was having so much attacks in my dreams, seeing so many things that if I see someone that will like, this will not happen, see, a lot of things. I was like, God, I know that you have done this. And no matter what it is, I know that you will help me. Because at a point, I prayed, I said, God, even if this my womb has been taken away, or it is no longer good, because anything that enters there goes out. Wow. And I was, God, I know you can create another womb. Give me another womb. Do it anyhow. Let your name be glorified. Even some people have said some things to me that was really, painful. But I will go back to God and cry. And when I cry, I will tell the devil, I'm not crying for you to rejoice. So I am crying to my Father.
Wow.
You understand? So, and then I kept sowing seed. And so when I conceived, I was so happy. And then 4 months, no period, I was okay. I went to the hospital for a test. Everything came out negative. Came back negative, ultrasound, they said there's nothing in your womb. 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. At the 6th month, and I started seeing period from that 4 months. And then like 6 months, 7 months, I remember exactly August 2017, we were traveling and we went to camp, redemption camp. Right there, I started feeling some movements inside me. I was telling my husband something is moving. My husband did not even understand because he was like, what kind of pregnancy is this that your period has come out? You're saying something is moving. What could be moving? And I will never forget. So it kept, and the movement kept, developing.
Becoming strong.
Yes, becoming stronger. And then I will repeat scans after scans, test, everything negative. I also became confused because I didn't understand what was happening to me. I remember on one occasion, my husband, went to the hospital when I was bleeding, and I was still telling him that there's something moving there, and he was like, okay, let's go to the hospital. When we got to the clinic, one of the best hospitals in Port Harcourt, and after everything, they did scan, I said something is moving there, so they were like, this woman cannot be serious. They were like telling my husband that, these women, when they are desperate for children at times it can affect them. Hallucinate. So maybe you should take her to psychiatrist, that kind of. And I told my husband, maybe you and the doctor should go for the psychiatrist, not me. I know what I'm saying. It is moving. Something is moving inside there. And this continued from that 2017, 2018. Wow. My body was changing. My stomach was getting, I was feeling tight inside. And then the movement, the kicks, at times I get it at the back, at times by my side. And then I will go back, I will say, maybe this will show now. I will go back to the scan and they will say nothing, just little fibroid, that is in every woman. So I did not, I became more confused. Even my husband was like, what is the meaning of this now? Is it that you're too desperate? I said, there's nothing like that. All I know is that I had always trusted God. I had always called on God. I had always, had my faith in God, anchored my faith in God. So I don't know any other thing. And whatever is happening to me, it can only be God doing it. So 2019, then 2020, that's last year, right?
Yeah.
April, I delivered 2 girls, 2 beautiful girls.
Wow, wait, let me understand this. The scan showed nothing.
Nothing.
The period was still coming.
The period was coming.
And this is 3 years and how many months?
4 months.
Twins came out of the same place. They said there is no baby.
2 girls.
Wow.
2 beautiful girls.
Wow. Are you understand? Are you seeing what I'm saying? This God is wonderful.
Amazing.
This one is beyond science. This one is beyond medicine. God just did it for himself. So I'm going to allow her to continue the story because God did wonders. So you need to listen as I'm asking the question so that you begin to understand how God works. So it doesn't need your womb to give you a child. It can do it beyond your imagination. So it doesn't reason the way man reasons. This one is beyond human wisdom. God did it. So 3 years and
4 months.
Twins came out of the womb.
Out of the womb.
Wow.
And I had them normal.
Normal.
Yes.
Wow.
So, and 1 month, 2 months, the babies were like 1 month, 2 months. And getting to 3 months, the 3rd month, I started feeling something again. And I told my husband, he was like, what? You did not allow anybody to press hot water on you when you had these children that. I said, no, yes, I did not allow anybody because I don't know, many people pressed the hot water when I had my son in the 2001, and I don't know where the problem is coming from. So I want to do the pressing by myself, and I actually did. So he was like, maybe it is because you didn't do it well. You would have allowed somebody to, that's why you're feeling another movement. I said, this movement is strong. It is like the way I was feeling the movement. He said, but, he didn't understand. But after some months, I said, let me concentrate on these ones I've seen. Let me take care of them. After so many months, I will go back. And I went back. And there's this device they use to check for these children that are not in the womb. They call it Doppler. Once they place that machine on your, it looks like a mini scan ultrasound machine. So when they place that on your stomach, the number of the babies inside the show, and then they will start searching for the baby. And whenever the machine gets to where the baby, you begin to hear the heartbeat. Okay. And then it also shows the weight of the baby. And so when I got there, the woman was like, maybe you should go for a scan for me. I said, no, check me first. Use that device and check me. This cannot be fibroid. And she was, after some arguments, she now checked, and behold, she saw 2. Wow. And she showed me. She said, 2 what? I said, yes. Because I remember that when I was feeling that, when I started feeling that movement, that 2017, the thing were many. And I was like, could this all be children inside somebody? And when I told my husband, he said, no, that this thing, you're not fully, just hold it there, So I said, I think it's making sense now. So she said, are you kidding me? So by the time she got to where the baby was, the heartbeat was very strong. And she now told me that because that device does not show the sex. That's the only thing it does not show. And she was like, these children are not new pregnancy. I said, how can new pregnancy appear in 2 months when I just had twins? So she said, I'm sure these children
were still there.
Were the same. The conception took place at the same time. That 2017 you conceived, but because of the space and how God wants it, these 2 had to come out to give space for the second one. So that was how. And I asked her that very day. I said, So are they due? Am I due? Are they okay to deliver? She said, if you are ready now, because the delivery is by induction. You understand? So say, if you are ready now, we go. You have your children. I said, what? So when I go home and told my husband, don't ask me. It was not easy because a man that one was enough for him, and then these two came. He was God. You have, I think you have gotten what you have been looking for. And then another two. This time, So he didn't find it funny, but he doesn't talk much. So he didn't talk for like 24 hours. He didn't say anything.
Oh God.
So, but me, I was very happy. Do you understand? I was very, very happy. So when this finally, we were like, what do we do? Okay, let these children clock 1 year first. And after 1 year, if you looked at me very well on that my children
birthday,
yes, on their birthday, you will discover that I was really tight and all that. So after that, we said, okay, we have to go for the delivery because I was no longer comfortable. I couldn't sleep well anymore and all that. That was how I went back to deliver the boy and a girl.
Wow.
That was June this year.
Wow.
So, even me that is giving this testimony,
it sounds unbelievable.
It sounds like a lie.
Yeah.
I did a song. I just did one song. I said that science says it is not medically proven. Doctor says it's impossible, and the world says it's a lie. But God did it. That is why He's God.
Jesus.
Do you understand? So and. So when these ones came, it was like my husband was there. He was there with me when I had the girls. He was there with me when I had these ones. He was inside, so be sure that this thing is really true.
Coming out.
You understand? He's the one that to see him very well. And they will clean and give him, and he will go and come back. He prayed before we started and all that. So it's wonderful. I couldn't believe it. So after a year and 4 months, this one came.
There's a space of 4 years and...
So those two girls were like stayed inside me because I am sure it was a new womb that God created for 3 years and 4 months. And this second set came after 4 years and 6 months.
Wow. Who is hearing this testimony today with me? Who is hearing this? This God is powerful. This God is awesome. This God is marvelous. I don't know how to describe him. This God is all-knowing. He can marvel a man. He's full of wonders and surprises. Who is hearing this with me? Who is hearing this with me?
He does what he likes.
2017 conception came out in 2020. And then another set came out in 2021. The same God. And these babies are not just one, two at the same time. So we have within a space of
1 year and 4 months. Yeah.
Are you hearing this testimony? Are you hearing it? It's beyond medicine. It's beyond the knowledge and the human understanding. Exactly. The normal way God gives us babies, this one is beyond it. God just wanted to show himself strong on the behalf of those that trust in him. And I don't know whether you are listening. She said she kept believing God in those 16 years. She kept believing God. She kept believing, speaking the word, kept saying it, that she will have more babies. And now God confirmed his words. So today the house is full. God has blessed her. Her house is full. So I don't know, you're watching us. You don't even have one. And you're looking and say, God, when are you going to visit me? Maybe your situation has become hopeless. Or you say, okay, I have only one. Well, I console myself. But she didn't end that. She kept believing God. She said she read the Bible over and over to know who God is. And God came through. God came through for her and her family. Today we're sitting here listening to this mind-blowing testimony, sounding so unbelievable but yet so real. You will see the pictures of this baby as we're talking. They are on the screen. So you see the faithfulness of God. you see the handwork of God. How can babies that are supposed to be 9 months in the womb, but somehow God surprised us? They stayed beyond 9 months, and today we're celebrating 2 sets of twins, a gap of a year and 2 sets of twins, and a pregnancy that lasted over 4 years, 3 years. So is this not God? No. Is this not God?
It can only be God.
It can only be God. And I come back to you, Mrs. Chinwe, and all the people that were, lost hope, thinking that this will not be. Seeing, hearing the testimony, what's the expression now?
Like I said in that song I did, science said it is not medically proven that, but and then the doctor said it's impossible. How can you say that babies are? Because that time, like, I went to see some doctors that checked me, and they were like, something is inside, but it is not showing.
It's not showing.
They know the womb, uterus. That is where they know their babies is limited. So, but they don't know beyond that. And some of them actually confess that they believe in miracle. That it could be possible, but it is not medically proven. So some said it's impossible. Humanly speaking, it's impossible. You're not saying the truth. Maybe it's one of these women that deceive people and then go and buy babies. And I was like, if I wanted to do that, that wouldn't have taken me anything.
A long time ago.
9 months, a long time ago. I would have organized it, especially when my husband used to go to the rig. Before he would come back the 9th month, I would say it has
happened.
You understand? So, and I will plan it. Of course, you know what you're doing. You plan it to get the money together, and then not to carry pregnancy and be walking about.
And people are seeing
1 year, 2 years, 3 years, getting to 4 years, and people are seeing you, and people are talking, and people are advising you, people are saying all sorts of things. It was not easy. If not that God was with me, and I held him tighter, the harder it became, the tighter I held him. So, he really helped me. If not, somebody, mental health.
That's another issue.
And somebody, in fact, in my journey of this, they call it cryptic pregnancy.
Wow.
In this journey, I discovered that many women, when this happened to them, people talk to them anyhow, even from their husbands. Talk to them anyhow, and then even from the church, even the pastors don't believe them, and they get frustrated. Some develop high blood pressure and die in the process, diabetes and all that. And some are struggling, that I know right now, are struggling with health challenges because of this thing. But God is the one doing. Yes, they are fake. Anything that has original has fake. There are people that are doing that. It has been there, but that does not remove the fact that God is still God and is still in the business of doing miracles, and He is the one that He is able to do anything, anytime, anyhow. So if we believe that the devil can get to the fallopian tubes, to the uterus, to remove babies, why won't we believe? Why can't we believe? Why is it difficult for us to believe that God can create another womb?
Or outside the normal one that we know.
And put these children anywhere in the body. It happened in my life. And at times I will tell my husband, if these children are not
in the
it is not God that put them somewhere, they would have killed me now. Because the people are plenty and feeling inside them. They will cut off somebody's life, what is holding the life.
It's true. It's true.
But why is it that I was healthy all through?
Wow.
Why is it that I did not even develop high blood pressure or diabetes or any health challenge all these years? It can only be God. At a point, the devil wanted to make me ashamed because people were like, people are suggesting so many things. But God held me and I refused to give in. Just like I held on for the 16 years, trusting God, refused to give in. I refused to to give up or throw in the towel or get discouraged even. So when this journey started, this pregnancy, going like this way, I also decided to continue to hold that same God. Let me see how it felt.
Wow.
So when people saw when I delivered, people were like, so they were really children.
Wow.
So many people came to look at the children, and they discovered that people that know me very well, one of the girls
look like
my mom's, my mother-in-law, my father, my husband's people. As in,
the resemblance was there.
Then the other one, my own mother.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
Then even these ones that came too. The girl and that one I said looks like my mother, like identical.
Wow.
And the boy is like my first son.
God,
no difference. Wow. So when they come and see, they will like,
wow,
this is true. Why won't it be true? Has God changed?
No way.
So people were like, wow. While some that have not come might be still be saying something, whatever.
Are they sure?
And I discovered that many women, I did a video last year that I put in my YouTube channel. That video has been saving lives.
Wow.
Since that last year. That video has been healing marriages. I kept getting testimonies.
Wow.
Thousands of people all over the world, because this thing, same thing happens to the whites.
Really?
The only challenge is that the whites, they don't have the herbal medicine that we have, and these midwives that, I don't know,
understand
these things. So most of them carry this pregnancy for like, at times over 10 years.
Wow.
Before God will not have mercy and they will deliver. You understand? Some say, I never knew I was pregnant, while some say they knew, but they didn't know how to deliver, because doctors will always tell you are not pregnant, madam. What is wrong with you? Go and deal with your mental issue you have.
Oh, God.
It is not an easy one. And I discovered that this has been happening to women, and they go into hiding because of
the stigma.
Because of mockery
and what people
what people are saying, even from family members, the husbands too. So some marriages are broken because of this kind of pregnancy. And I told God, since you allowed me to enter into this matter, if you see me through and I deliver these people that are moving inside here, I will tell the whole world what you have done.
Wow.
I'm not going to hide. I will be a voice. And I'm going to be a source of encouragement to all these women all over the world. Because they're hiding. Because once it happens to you, they will say, they have gone to buy babies. But the ones that go to buy, they don't know. Because they arrange it very well. Nobody is a fool now.
Wow.
But these ones that are helpless, they carry the pregnancy, they don't even know where to go to. They don't even know where to get help. And they go to church. The church will even frustrate them the more.
God of heaven.
Thousands of women I've been ministering to since last year. When they connected me from all over the world. When I did that video, 80% have left the church, their churches, because of frustration from church. Talk. So many, let me say 50% are no longer in marriage. But do you know God used this video, that video I did,
to encourage
so many.
A lot of them.
I'm telling you. Wow. So this is what God is doing. Because the devil, you can agree with me that the level of barrenness has increased.
That's true.
It is too much right now.
That's true.
It is growing by the year, you understand. So, and God has devised another means. Because I told God, you are the one that created me. Even if you want to put the baby in my lap, put it to. If you want to put it in one part of the bum, let it swell up. Put it there. But do anything. And let me have my children. Because I cannot get to heaven and they will be showing me the beautiful children I would have had here. Then I will be regretting.
Oh, God.
I want to have them. My own, not another person's own. So anyhow, do it. I know you can do all things. You understand? So
I hope you're blessed. I hope you're blessed. I hope you're blessed. We'll go for a short commercial break and then we'll be back. I am dumbfounded because I don't know how to describe this awesome God. But we'll be back shortly. Welcome back to Solace for the Hurting. This is quite touching. Pregnancy for many years and then babies come. But medically speaking, they were not in the womb. And the normal course, the way it should take for women to have children wasn't taken. But this one, we can see the hand of God at work. And she has decided to testify. Let the whole world hear it. So maybe you are there, you are pregnant, and nobody seems to believe you because medically there is nothing. You are hearing this today. You are hearing it. Just get encouraged because God is about to put the enemy to shame. We don't know what is happening in the womb, but God decides to shield these children for whatever battle it is that is in the womb, and said, I create another womb. And that one, no man knows where it is, but somehow you know very well that you're pregnant. Some persons have called in, somebody said, I've been pregnant for over a year and please pray for me, I want to put to bed. And I know we keep praying. There are people like that. You're carrying it is heavy, but everybody seems not to believe in you. You have hope today. You have hope because someone has passed through it and is testifying today. 4 babies after 16 years. After it's more 19 years, 4 babies on the road. And really will tell me now that God is not awesome. I believe this God because when he says, I can do the impossible, this is who he is. He's doing the impossible, marveling the mind of man, unraveling our thoughts. So this is what God has done for us. And it's marvelous in our sight. So you're sitting down there looking at us, just believe God. He can do the impossible. Your own will not be, maybe it's not barrenness, it's not about child, it's about marriage, it's about other things, finances, and it looks as if the doors are closed. But I can assure you this day that there's a God that can open doors. See the flow of the children, as if it's rain. God is blessing us, giving to us. So this God is powerful. So child of God, believe in God. He will sort you out. So finally, I come to you, Mrs. Chinwe. You said you wrote a song concerning the faithfulness of God.
Many. I wrote so many songs because each time I go to worship, songs come. And most of them I record them in my phone because I'm going to record them. I'm going to do these songs and shoot some videos, later. So because it was as a result of this pregnancy that everything was on hold. Everything about my music was on hold. So I'm going to do these songs, talking about the faithfulness of God, singing about my gratitude to God and what God can do. What is something, things that are beyond human imagination.
Wow, this God is awesome. And there's something beautiful you said. Your husband was supportive in this whole journey and process.
But it was not easy from the beginning.
Okay.
Yes. So because he's a human being.
Of course. He
has never heard about this kind of a thing. So he can say no, it is not true, it's not happening, it is not true. How can you be? So, but you as a woman will keep praying and keep trusting God to touch him anyhow and let him know that you are the one doing it, God. You understand? You are not with God now. You are a woman, you cry to God and Father, Lord, please touch him. Tell him, let him know. I don't know how you're going to do it, but do it anyhow. Let him know that you are the one doing this, that there's nothing shady about it. And of course, God did that. And as soon as he became supportive, everything became easy.
Wow, wow. So men out there, you need to support your wife, whatever it is. And the woman, you've heard it. Pray that God will give you supportive people that will believe in you. That if it's God doing it, God will convince them. Just the same way he convinced Joseph concerning Mary conception. So God can do it for you. So pray about it and you see families supporting you so that you will not be a lone ranger in that journey. And I can assure you, you'll be the next to share your testimony. I want to bless God for you listening to us today, hearing this testimony, I know you will share your own testimony. I don't have any doubts in me, because I know God, who did the impossible in the life of Mrs. Chinwe, will do it for you. Mm-hmm. So I want you to pray for women passing through challenge in marriages, those that are believing God for the fruit of the womb. God has blessed you with many, that God will also reach out to them.
Yeah, the very first thing I want to say is this, that we as women must understand this thing. We are not begging God for children. And it goes to every other thing we are trusting God for. Anything lacking in your life, God is not responsible. The devil has said you won't have this, because God has done everything he needed to do. Jesus Christ, God gave his son, that's all he had, and gave his spirit. What is left? Nothing. And Jesus Christ gave his life. Life is in the blood that he shed. What is remaining for him? Nothing. He gave everything. So, and he says that all things are ours. He has given us all that, everything, all the spiritual blessings, all that pertains to God, and he has given life and godliness. He has given to us. So, children, finance, health, everything has been given, has been provided in Christ. Is available. Your own is there.
Yeah.
So you need to do what you need to do to get your own. Because I want to say this. If I kept quiet, I relaxed and said, okay, maybe that is how God wants it. My mother had only me. Maybe that is how he wants it. Maybe two, me too. I will have one. I have tried now. I've tried. Maybe that's nothing would have happened, I tell you.
Of course.
But has God provided? Has God given us all these things? Yes. But I needed to do something. I needed to say, I will possess my position. I must take what belongs to me. I am fruitful, right?
Yeah.
God made me fruitful. And I must have children, my own children, as many as I want. Yeah. That is how God made it. But the devil has said, no, you will have only one. And I said, no. So this is one thing we must hold on. That there's a part to play by you. God has played all his parts. God has done his own. So when you discover that area where you are lacking something, where something that is supposed to be happening in your life is not happening, go to God. Go to the Word of God. Discover what God says concerning that. Hold that. The Word of God, nobody can argue it, including the devil. He knows that. Hold on to that. Have faith. Believe God. Begin to speak that word and pray without ceasing. Most of us, we fight, we get frustrated so quick, we relax. We throw in the towel, we say, we get discouraged, we lose. The only way to lose is to quit. If you don't quit, you are a victor. You are more than a conqueror, you are a winner. So you consistently pray and believe and trust God no matter what. It will definitely come to pass. You can imagine for 16 years, when they said 19 years, I did not get discouraged. I refused to. I consciously refused to. And it came to pass after 19 years. So it doesn't matter how long it takes. What is your own is your own. God has given to you. But do your own part. And please, when you're praying, pray without ceasing. Don't get tired. Don't say I have, because some people they will tell you I have prayed, I have sowed seed, I have fasted, I'm tired. And no, that is the devil cheating you. You get tired, but trust God and believe that. Because don't think that God is not doing something while you are praying and nothing is happening. Something is happening in the realm of the spirit. Don't ever make that mistake to say nothing is happening. Something is happening, and as soon as God is done with what he needs, because there are things he needed to take care of the manifestation, before the manifestation. So just know that God is doing something, and at the right time, God's time, the miracle will surely.
Hi,
and the devil will be put to shame.
Jesus, the miracle will come to you. So, child of God, the miracle is yours.
Yes.
God has done everything he needs to do. I hope you heard that sermon. God has done everything. It's just the devil that is denying us.
Yes.
So, but we need to pray until something happens. So don't stop praying until you have that miracle. Don't stop praying until you have that victory. That's what we're saying this period. So, child of God, God bless you for being part of Solace for the Hurting today. We believe that you've been blessed with this testimony. So spread it abroad, and you want to speak with Mrs. Chinwe Kings. She's on Facebook, on YouTube. You can reach out to her. She's a singer, and God will bless you. Thank you for being part of Solace for the Hurting. You can write us, you can call us, you can email us, whatever it is. Just get in touch with us. We are here to share God's testimony of his faithfulness. So don't get discouraged. Don't lose hope. Your time is now. God bless you. I'm still your humble host, Okuchekong, saying, have a great week.